What's up guys, Larry Chen here. Welcome to another episode of Hoonigan Autofocus. I am at King of the Hammers and we're actually out in the lake bed right now. But in front of me is this very interesting build that I pretty much know nothing about. But the good thing is the builder and owner Tim is here. He's gonna kind of walk us through it. So this is kind of one of the things that happens all the time. I'm just on the lake bed. I get a DM from Tim like, hey, you want to shoot my truck? Of course I want to shoot your truck. This thing is so cool. So first of all, introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Tim Odell. I own a shop called Vice Unlimited. And yeah, we're out of North Carolina. Yeah, we're out here just for KOH, just to soak it all in.
You know, I know a lot of things about weird cars, and I've been following King of the Hammers. This is my 9th year actually. But I don't even know what that is. What is this thing?
So basically, it's an Ultra4 car. So it's an IFS, mid-engine, turbocharged Ultra4 car. I'm from North Carolina, so there is no desert there. So I just really love off-road, and I really love Ultra4, and I love full chassis. I love race cars. I love all that stuff. So it's something that I built that I could take to car shows back home, and just people are be like, what the heck is this thing? And then also come out to the desert and go off-road and do whatever, you know. It's to draw attention and burn tires off and just have a good time.
You're telling me you drive that on the street in North Carolina?
It's registered and insured in North Carolina. I take it to Starbucks all the time.
I love that so much.
Yeah, heck yeah.
All right, so what is the actual body on it, or what's the shell that you put onto the chassis?
So it's a 1946 Diamond T cab is what the cab is. Picked it up out of Roanoke, Virginia, kind of sitting in the back of an old junkyard out there, and it was a total rust bucket, but I knew it was the beginnings of a cool project.
So that's the natural patina on there.
It is, yeah. Other than the places where I've repaired rust and I moved the firewall forward 8 inches and had to repair a lot of rusty stuff. But yeah, that's original patina, you know.
But like most Ultra4 cars, you built this from the ground up, like it was just a bunch of tubes.
It is,
that you put together.
This was just a cab and tubes and sheets of steel and all TIG welded, full dry sump. You know, it's a full-blown race car pretty much. It has creature comforts. It has heat and AC, and it has more of a finished interior, and so it's kind of like an Ultra4 pre-runner kind of thing almost.
I like that actually. I kind of feel like that's not a thing.
It's not really, yeah. It's kind of something
like
different.
A lot of people have Baja pre-runners with AC, and
right.
It's nice and it's comfortable while you're running, you know, pre-running the Baja 1000.
Exactly.
But with Ultra4, what you pre-run with is your actual race car.
Right.
Right? And so do you think with a couple modifications, you can actually pass Ultra4 tech with this?
Yeah, I could. I mean, I could. It needs like a bladder in the fuel cell and just needs a few things, but it could probably pass tech. I'd have to beef up a few things. You know, Ultra4 cars are like bulldozers for rocks, you know, they just bash. And I'd hate to destroy it too, you know, so I don't think it'll ever happen.
Let's take a closer look at it.
Okay, cool.
I just love the shape of it. I love the look, and this, was this something that was still already on there?
That's all original, yeah. That's all original. Yeah, you just clean it up. That's all new. It was rusted out. You know, that's a door bottom.
Right.
And the doors were all the original door. This is the original door skin, the original window frame. But all this is new. Like all this was rusted out. Like it was total shot. So it's all new sheet metal, and it's kind of a hot rod thing. It's got bead rolled, and you know, just to get it.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Old Smoky, but it's like the off-road version.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So like that one is a Ford F1.
Yeah.
And same thing. You know, the patina, everything is retained on it.
Yeah.
But of course, it's so crazy. It's a burnout machine.
Yeah.
Whereas this, you know, you gave it a second life.
Exactly.
Essentially, as this really cool Ultra4 pre-runner.
Yep, exactly.
So I don't even know where to start. Where should we start? Like,
well, we can start at the front, work our way back.
Okay, all right,
so,
let's do that.
IFS, four-wheel drive, IFS. I did everything on it, all TIG welded, built the 9-inch housing, built the stub shafts, the control arms, the whole shooting match. It was, for me, I've never done IFS, four-wheel drive IFS. I'm kind of, as far as off-road, it's been more like the rock crawler world, so straight axle and that sort of thing. So I wanted to build an IFS car. And then, so I did all that. Hummer portals, so it actually has a gear reduction at the hub.
Oh.
So H1 Hummer portals there.
Wow.
So that gives
like actual Yep. H11s that
Yep.
you repurposed for this.
Yep, exactly. So you got a 2-to-1 reduction at the hub, and then
You get some ride height from that too.
yeah, exactly. So RCV axles and Fox shocks, of course. But yeah, so that's kind of what the front is.
The crazy thing is, I honestly feel like this looks better as IFS. You know, I don't know if you could pull off the look with independent. And the thing is, with Ultra4, like when I first started, it was kind of around the era where we didn't really know what was faster, IFS or solid. And then you had people like Chen and Campbell and Levi Shirley and those guys using IFS cars. You just didn't know, you know? And it's kind of crazy to see how many now are...
They're faster.
Yeah. So they're faster.
They're faster.
I mean, especially if there's more desert, potentially
definitely.
they can make a lot more time, right?
Right. Now that they've got the IFS to live in the rock, it's faster. It's faster everywhere, and it doesn't beat the driver up. It's a lot smoother ride, and it just, it's a better setup for sure. But it's more expensive, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, that's the difference.
So you got a winch?
Yep, worn winch tucked up in there, you know, the RC crawler winch. And then, kind of, you know, moving. And of course, got the Nittos on there, 40-inch, you know, trail grapplers.
I really like this a lot. Is this original?
That's the original, original, you know, bucket with the truck light, you know, HID, you know, headlights in there.
Wow, that is really cool.
So
something interesting is going on
here. So we could take a hood off. You can see in there. There's actually a lot going on in there that you don't even get to see.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, but anyway, I have to get the tool out. But,
okay, all right.
But you know,
like
fuel
this.
cell.
So is this original too?
That's all original. Yeah, and check this out. The original headlight. Brass headlight, you know, brackets.
I love that this is repurposed. Like you have the reservoir here.
Yeah.
Or no, this is
at the bump stop. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have the bump stop here.
Yep.
And then I love that the mount it's so form and function.
The cool thing about, you know, for me, if you can have one bracket do a couple things, it's way cleaner and way more thought out. And so that's, you know, on this project, I definitely like took the time to be like, all right, I'm gonna like do it the right way and think about it, you know. But so
I like that a lot. I really, really like that.
Yeah, and it's really fun to repurpose all this old stuff. Yeah, you know? It really sets it off.
You could see the new, but then you blend it in really nice with the old.
Yeah, exactly.
That is so cool. And you know, the thing is, one of the things that you guys may not be able to really tell on the video is how textured this really is. Like, so this is all sealed then?
It's got a satin clear, like a satin clear on everything, just to kind of. It helps just to be able to wash it back off and kind of stop the rust, you know, and just to maintain it, you know.
I love it. I love it. Just to go back to the front real quick.
Yeah.
Like this.
I know.
This is original too.
That's original,
and then you added your own piece here.
Yeah, my own piece,
to kind of continue it.
Yep, exactly.
Like, and did you do all the welding yourself here?
Everything, yep. Every last little piece.
The bead here is it's just so clean.
I try.
It really is.
I try.
I love
Yeah, I try.
This is really cool.
Yeah, it's all TIG welded.
This is kind of the thing is I really appreciate the craftsmanship on this.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just getting thrashed in the desert.
Yep. That's what it's made for, you know.
Yeah, I like this too.
Yep.
You kind of incorporated the design still.
Yep.
So let's go to the back here a little bit.
6-liter LS motor, pretty standard, you know. Turbo setup, pretty small turbo, 76 millimeter turbo, air to water, you know, intercooler, dry sump. It's got forged pistons, forged rods, stock crank, conservative tune, makes about 14 pounds of boost. This week, you know, the display will tell you like how much boost you've hit, and I think I've hit like 4 pounds this whole like few days. So it's crazy. You don't really need much. But
did you have a chance to dyno it then?
Yeah, so it went on the dyno. It actually went to one dyno, and totally he detonated the whole motor like a week before SEMA. So that was a bummer. But anyway, so went to the dyno again. It made like 650 horse at the tire.
Yeah, that's more than enough to have some fun. Yeah,
it's plenty. Yeah,
that is cool.
So, but then you got your radiators. This is all your oil coolers here. Your engine, transmission, power steering is all in this cooler. It's all divided up and sectioned off. This is all built from scratch, this whole thing. And then your radiators tucked up under here. Then your AC condenser and all that stuff is...
Oh, this has AC.
It's got AC. It's not, I don't have the lines ran. It's got heat going. Once summer comes, I'll run the AC lines. But yeah, it's got AC condenser, so it will have AC.
So what is this coating that you did on everything
to
make it so clean.
It kind of has that's Steal It. I don't know if you guys heard
Okay,
of Steal
okay,
It.
yeah.
A lot of the trophy truck guys, and a lot of guys are running it now. It's a coating you can actually weld through it, so you don't have to strip it, and it's something you can touch up when you scratch it, which is pretty cool. That's kind of their claim to fame, is the fact that you can weld through it.
Yeah.
So if you see a crack or something, you can.
So cool. All right, so the turbo's right there.
Yep, turbo's right there.
But like all of this stuff is matching. I love that.
Yeah, this is all Cerakote. All these parts.
That's what I was wondering, if this was Cerakote.
Yeah, there's kind of Cerakote, the shocks and a few parts, and the motor is Cerakote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I like this setup.
Yeah, you like that?
That is really, really cool.
So out of all the things people talk about on this truck, that's the number one question, is like, what is that? Do you think you know what it is?
Well, I think it's some kind of cooler.
Yeah, it's
let me see here. I think it's a cooler, but you could.
It's not really a cooler. I mean, you could put a cooler in line.
Maybe.
It is some sort of pump, and it's.
Yeah, it's a pump. Yeah. So it's a pinion pump. So it basically picks up oil behind the cover and it puts it right on the pinion bearing. So it keeps the pinion.
In terms of longevity,
And the reason it's there. So in a mid-engine or a rear-engine application, you basically have to reverse the rotation of the drivetrain to go forward. So if you flip the motor around and put it in drive, it'll go in reverse. So to fix all that, the 14 bolt, this is a 14 bolt, rear end, you flip the rear end over to compensate for that. So that makes it a high pinion 14 bolt, which a high pinion, obviously the pinion's up higher, so you're not getting the oil you normally would get on the pinion bearing, and so that fixes the oiling problem.
Wow. So nobody makes a backwards or upside down.
They do. There's a few guys doing like not really. No one really. I mean, kind of they do, but not really. You're driving on the coast side of the ring gear, which isn't the greatest. But like all the guys out, like Shannon Campbell and all those dudes, they're all running like a high pinion 9-inch on the coast side. But and a lot of them have lubrication problems.
Yeah. This is actually pretty interesting. But for you, because this is a pre-runner.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that there's extra parts. It's more about longevity, and you're gonna enjoy this.
And you know what? I love stuff like this. This is like old NASCAR technology, and I'm from the Carolinas, so NASCAR Central. And so I saw it sitting on a shelf at a NASCAR used parts place, and I was like,
that's
so
cool.
Yeah.
I really like that. Yeah. So I definitely appreciate that too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What do we got here? Okay, so you
got air filters. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see down here.
Did you do all of this exhaust manifold work and everything?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, it's all stainless.
All of that yourself?
Yep, everything.
How long did this take to build?
This is a couple years on the side. I've got a shop and customers and stuff. So this was built from 8 to midnight. Put the kids to bed and get to work. It's kind of what it was. The last 3 months before SEMA, it was thrash to get it done. But
really good job.
Yeah, thanks,
I love
man.
it so much.
Double bead locks and Brennick axles and stuff.
They look great.
Yeah.
It really matches the truck.
Yeah. No, I love the new stuff in contrast with the old patina, and I made all the brake stuff. As far as the rotor, I made the rotor.
Of course, you have Willwood.
Yeah, Willwood calipers. And
I really do appreciate this so much. Like,
yeah,
all of this that you made this yourself, that
Yep.
is just so cool.
Yep. No, I made the rotors just as big as I could.
Unbelievable.
So I retubed the 14 bolt, obviously it's all retubed, and got like a 54-inch long axle on this side,
See, this is what I like about shooting off-road vehicles, because I could just
I know, you can see it all.
See everything.
I know, exactly. That's why I like it too. You can just see all the fab.
But like there's like gold shielding in between the firewall.
Yep, all the panels are gold shielded.
even safety wired this. Like, these are the details that I love so much.
So, living in North Carolina, like there's used NASCAR parts everywhere, and these race teams like go out of business left and right. And so, like hardware and all the Brown and Miller fittings, all that stuff is all used NASCAR stuff. So it was like pennies on the dollar. So I got hardware and just bought tubs of it. It's pretty cool. It's how to build a race car on a budget, for sure.
Yeah, and of course you have all the spares stuff that you need.
Yep, spares and the Pro Eagle jack.
I like the way the exhaust exits too.
Yeah, cool things. But
even the way the door handle opens.
Yeah.
Is the door handle OEM?
The handles are OEM. All the striker and the latches and stuff are all like, it's actually Dodge pickup trucks. It's just something I had, you know, laying around. So yeah, that's all reworked. And
This
so headliner.
is really cool. It's so finished.
Yeah, it's pretty finished, yeah.
That's one of my favorite things to say when I'm looking at these really awesome builds. I'm like, oh, it's so finished.
Yep.
Because unfortunately, part of it is I shoot a lot of Steven builds that are not finished. So this is very finished.
Finished and sandy.
So you got a Holley EFI set up here.
So yeah, so I don't know if you've seen this or not. So it runs off an iPad. So ignition.
Wow.
And then.
It's like a Tesla.
Yeah, it's like a Tesla. And then you got your
This is really
Holley
nice.
Pro Dash.
Man, Holley EFI, and they make the best stuff.
I know,
really.
it's so easy. Yep, exactly. Yep, they are
Well,
the
that's
best.
the thing. So you have to bring this to LS Fest then.
Yeah, okay,
I'll be at LS Fest this year.
Okay,
and
cool.
Of course, you have Vintage Air. I have
Vintage
Vintage
Air.
Air in my cars.
Yep, gotta love vintage air.
So cool. Because it just matches. I really like this. It's almost like an airplane.
Kind of, yep. The cool thing about Diamond T, their distinctive look is this split window, kind of chop top look from the factory, you know, which is pretty cool. Lost a couple screws, of course, you know, a little rattling.
Too much off. Too much off roading.
It happens.
Yeah. So what's that little thing right there?
That's line lock, so you can hit the brakes and push that in, and it'll lock the rear brakes.
Oh, wow.
Kind of like a park brake.
This is a burnout machine.
Yeah, no doubt. And then, of course, you got to have a handbrake.
Of course. So does this disconnect something when you pull it?
No, it's just a handbrake, just like a drift car. Yeah, just like a rear only, you know.
But it has enough give, the transmission, to let it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can do a two-wheel drive only. Like right now, I'm in two-wheel drive.
Right.
So yeah. You can take it out of four-wheel drive, and yep.
All right. So this does have a low range.
It does. So these are your transfer case. So yeah, you can do high range, low range, front only, rear only, kind of whatever you want to do. You can shift it however you want it. Yep.
So tell me about the transmission then.
So 4L80, nothing really, you know, shift kit. You know, got your battery cut off.
So what else does this do? This controls pretty much everything.
Any like toggle switch that you would normally have, or any switch, this does everything. So this is your headlights and your, you know, all your different stuff, like whatever you want to do. Yeah, there's no toggle switches in here. That's it.
Can we check out under the hood then?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Even this, like, just the way the door fits and everything is so nice. How does this work?
So this is like, NASCAR uses this. I think it's like aviation originally. Basically, you can pull these, and then the window pops out.
Oh.
You can just take it out.
Oh, because there's no way to roll it down.
Yeah, it's just solid. Yeah. So it was a solution to get some kind of.
No, especially because of how windy it is and dusty out here. But yeah, I see this all the time, and
It's actually backwards. It should be flipped around and the other way. But the way I need to go this way, and normally they're put in that way. You know what I mean? So this is on the opposite side.
No, that's okay.
It all
looks
works.
good.
It's all good.
This is. Do you know what this was originally used for? Then?
I don't. Yeah, I kind of wish I knew. Like it would have been cool. It was a tow truck originally.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's going forward, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly.
I mean, it looks like a tow truck from the front.
Oh yeah.
I love all these little things.
I know.
It's just
a lot of details.
You're making me so happy here, Tim. This is so cool.
That's good.
Like,
I hope you're not just saying that.
No. This is what excites me, and this is why I love my job. You know, I get to kind of see these kind of builds, and also the fact that you're excited to show me and also our audience. See, the autofocus audience is like, there's a part of you guys that like the camera side, right? That the fact that I'm out here capturing this stuff.
Yep.
Most of you guys are car nuts, like us.
Yep.
So that's why we appreciate this kind of stuff. So thank you so much for bringing this out.
Like me building this and doing this stuff, like I want this to be like inspiration for other dudes to like get off the couch and do stuff. You know, like this is obtainable to anybody.
Yes.
Like, you know, we all start at the same point and just figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool.
All right, cool. This panel. Wow. I love this so much.
Yeah, so these all come off, so you can access all the electrical and all that kind of the inner workings in there, you know.
I love that.
And so this was The original front of the firewall was here, so this has been extended out
Okay.
8 inches.
And you like did a pretty good job to match it
yeah,
up.
this is all new. This is all rusted out.
Oh, okay.
This piece originally went under the windshield frame and was actually the dash, but it was all rusted out. So.
I do like this a lot though.
Yeah,
That
kind
it
of
ties
cool
it all
detail.
in.
Yep.
And now this is the part where it kind of merges.
Merges to the chassis. Yep. Yep. So it bolts through there, and then it bolts along the firewall all the way across.
Wow. So that's your fuel cell.
Fuel cell.
How many gallons is that?
It's like 30.
That's more than enough, huh?
Steering goes through the fuel cell. I don't know if you can see that.
So did you make it yourself?
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, everything on this I built from scratch. Yep.
We really appreciate that.
It's got like a Ford
Really.
trophy truck rack, steering rack in it.
Huh. All of this little stuff here.
Yep. Well, it's a little catch can for all the vents.
I also really like this. Is this like laser cut?
Yeah, I've got a plasma table.
Or plasma. This is plasma cut. All of these little logos.
Yep. Get all my logos in there. You know.
We'll continue shooting. We get some nice action shots.
Yeah,
But also want to take a ride in this thing. I want to just see how it feels.
Cool.
And yeah, thank you so much again for bringing this thing out.
Yeah,
It's
no
so
problem,
cool.
man. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good to
very
get
cool.
with you.
It's crazy how much turbo noises actually this thing makes. When it's flying by, all you hear is just popping and cracking and whooshing and all the good turbo noises. It's pretty cool, and it's so functional. It runs like a top. I can't believe it. It's eating the whoops. It's so crazy to me how well it does over these whoops. I literally have to slow down to 3 miles per hour to kind of go over these, and this guy's just going flat out straight over these. All right, so I'm gonna go for a ride in the Trophy T.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you step on this.
Yep. So left foot.
Left foot in.
To put it down yonder. His butt in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Kind of. There you go.
Whoa.
Get your butt in. Get your butt in first.
I feel like I need to go head first.
Oh yeah, you can do that too.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. That's how I do it. You're actually right.
All right.
Yeah. You probably have some experience with getting in race cars.
Okay. Now that I did all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's comfortable. It's really nice. Okay. I'm in. I'm in. Wow.
Lights, headlight. There we go.
So cool. Oh my God. What the? This is insane. What the? What? You don't even need to slow down.
I know. This is no shock tuning.
Yeah. There was just like this ravine or this wash, and I'm seeing it coming closer, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna stop for that. He has to slow
It was
down.
too late. It was too
But then
late.
he just keeps going, and it's actually comfortable.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't even anything. If I did that in my FJ, I'd probably flip over.
Exactly.
I'd probably nose in.
Exactly.
Oh my God. So this is GPS speed. So this is like your true speed.
And actually, for some reason, the needle's not working, but the number is working.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it'll go. It actually has a little vibration like past 65. So, but anyway.
But I mean, it's running. How many inch tires are you running?
40-inch tall tires.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it really is like trophy truck tires.
Yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
legit.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So let's check out the from a standing stop acceleration on this thing. Oh my God. You're just spinning tires.
Yeah, I know.
You're just spinning tires.
Yeah, exactly. I could put it in 4-wheel drive.
Oh my God. This thing spins tires like crazy. I love it. I love it. Oh, wow. Oh. It's so comfortable.
I know. Exactly.
I absolutely love the turbo noises too, by the way.
Yeah,
Love them
exactly.
so much.
Yep, gotta love turbo noises.
Look at this. Oh, just so functional. I love it. That was crazy.
It's pretty fun.
This is just one of those builds. It's form and function.
Yep.
And it's like, it's so comfortable. It sounds amazing.
Yep.
I'm just so happy something like this exists. So Tim, thank you so much for bringing this out. Is there anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, so there's one person in my life that probably owes, I owe her more credit than anybody, and that's my wife. She's the woman, and I think a lot of guys who are married and have kids, but the nights in the shop building stuff like this and all the time it takes, she's in the house watching the kids and just taking care of that. And even now, being here for the week, I'll be gone for 2 weeks basically, and she's at home with a 7-month-old and a 4-year-old, wow. So I just, big thanks to her, and I'm sure we're in the same boat, Yeah, exactly.
That's
but it's
how
true.
I'm out here too, because I got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and they're at home. We're out here having fun in the desert. How about that?
I know, exactly. Babe, I'm working. I'm working, I promise. I'm working. So anyway.
Well, keep working.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep building these awesome things, and please keep including us in your builds. We'd love to shoot everything that you build.
Cool.
It's just one of those things where this is really what we live for,
No, well,
for you to build them and for me to capture them, while of course it's a lot easier to capture them. But we really want to be able to share this with all of you guys. So thank you again so much, and thanks for supporting Autofocus, guys.
Yep, cool. Thanks, man.